trying things out here. This is around the 64. Maybe they feel like they can experiment a little bit more, but Linkser will be staying on the Hanzo, and that should be absolutely interesting to watch here. But meanwhile, taking a look here at the offense as they set up for the side of Spunsis. It's going to be Lumpy K on the Lucio, Italiano on the Mercy, Sponsorius, just reading the sponsor us as Reinhardt, Pomato on the Winston, Machiavelli on the Tracer, and Vilius on the Widowmaker. So Widowmaker still coming into play here for the offense of Spunsis.
Yeah, the double tank is nice here, the big initiation potential as Pomato jumps right into the back lines, gets taken out immediately though. Both tanks down, so.
Yeah, the offense is trying to get in there really quickly, pick off 1 or 2 kills, but Creation, very much a veteran team, was able to deal with that immediately. They got 2 kills, and when that happens to an offense, the offense just has to back up, regroup, and look to go again. You can't go in down numbers. This Hearts here takes out Machiavelli, who's trying to do a little bit of work in the back of Tracer.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that target selection. Picking on a McCree as a Tracer doesn't seem like the best idea.
Oh, and there it is. Looks are able to take out Vilius to start things out. The Hanzo v Widow battle is here. And now the defense can be a little bit more aggressive if they want. They might throw down a Dragon Strike. They might rush in. They don't have to do anything, but they still have the option. And there's a Dragon Strike for Linkser, going to set up multiple kills. Arts here with the follow-up. And I'm just going to note, McCree nerfs or not, Arts here is not to be deterred. He is still on the McCree.
Yeah, I don't think the McCree nerf is that big of a deal at these high levels because you see a lot of left-clicking McCrees. That's really how you gauge a good McCree at this high level, is can they hit their left clicks consistently? Are they taking headshots with them? Anyone can right-click and roll, and these guys are just headshots from miles away with their left clicks. So we're going to see, I don't think we're going to see any less McCree, especially with 1 hero limit.
1 hero limit definitely bodes well for still seeing McCree, but here we go. The Sunbear is out for the offense. They try and charge in. Arts here, able to live with 8 HP, takes out Vilius, who's trying to get in on the Genji. The defensive Sunbear now coming out as Numlocked rolling in, getting the quad. Numlocked just not caring. He got knocked down towards the end, didn't even matter. Used the Sunbear to good advantage, was able to just swing the hammer and bring down some serious W-1 action.
Yeah.
And he did that without an Earthshatter.
Well, this is kind of what we expect, you know, in our earlier rounds. Always looking for surprises, on the lookout for kind of standout players in these kind of matchups, but it's just, it's a rough draw to go against a team like Creation Esports, who's been in it since Beta 1 in round of 64. But these teams have to take what they can from it. Try to get your practice in, see if you can find a good strategy, something like that.
This could be a beautiful Earthshatter coming down. Winston Shield comes in, but doesn't really protect them at all. Numlocked moving in, swinging the hammer. And is getting all sorts of value right now, swinging even more, going to get the triple kill. Will it be a quad? And already he almost has Earthshatter up again after just using it. So Numlocked definitely getting in the clutch there, getting some good work done.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least our small predictions are boding well that Numlocked is pretty good at Reinhardt. Pretty good at it.
No, absolutely. Only 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here for Spunsis to get something going in this first point, but this is sort of the expected to be going in. Creation, obviously the heavy favorite. And Numlock now moving in with the W-1, gets another triple kill. Please, someone stop this man in armor with his hammer. As Linkser in the back going to get the double. And the problem there is the offense. The offense, after they lost 3 people, they sort of ran to the back alley, and Linkser's like, okay, I'll just shoot all you guys. I don't even care at this point.
Yeah, I do see some switch-ups. They're going to run a Pharah into this, which I think is a, you know, a decent move. They don't have the super hard Pharah counters, although Hanzo and McCree can do some work. At least it's not a Widow and a 76 are going into. But they had to try to switch something.
No, they need to switch something, and they don't really have the ult right now. Bromas going to take out Teliano early in this fight. There will be no res for the offense if they even decide to go in here. And right now, Creation just very confident with this. We have Genji in the back, but he's going to eat the flashbang headshot. Arts here really handling this McCree nerf pretty well. And here comes the Sunbear out from the defense. Deadeye is out. It still connects. Gets a double kill. Arts here making it a triple in the end. And this is just brutal coming out from Creation, and good stuff thus far.
Well, one of the reasons you see King's Row so much is, yes, teams are comfortable with it even at the highest levels. Teams that find themselves evenly matched are just comfortable on King's Row. The reason that you see a lot of teams, you know, good teams face off against lesser or newer teams on King's Row is because it's one of the harder maps to push. It requires so much coordination, kind of like a sixth sense of where your team's going to be, when they're going to do things without the communication, that a team that hasn't been together as long as some other teams is really going to struggle on it.
Well, Numlocked right now is in a great position to drop the dagger. Has the Earthshatter at the ready. Drops the hammer. Going to knock down at least 2 there. Sunbear, though, going to mitigate some of this as Numlocked going to go down. And the offense now with 2 kills. Perhaps the best look they've had all game long. Machiavelli coming in on the offensive McCree, dropping the Deadeye. Will he get Roadhog? Roadhog going to just get to the back just in time. And the defense, even though they've been pushed a little bit back here, they should be able to recover in time. Look at this Art here right now in the back, and a punch McCree or Genji right in the face. And even though the offense will get about third here, I don't think they're going to be able to take this.
Well, I don't know. Pamato gets a decent kill. Here comes the res, though. That should clean everything up as Lynx goes ham on his Tracer now. That should be it, and we're going to switch it over to the other side.
Well, overtime is in progress. Reinhardt going to charge onto the point, keeping hope alive at least for a little bit longer. But Creation should be able to mop this up. Art's here with a finishing double kill, moving forward. No one else is going to be able to trigger overtime, and that is going to be a full hold for Creation Esports. Not unexpected, but still pretty impressive all along. Art's here. I'm happy to see that he's staying with the McCree. We've seen him on McCree before McCree was popular, and we might just be seeing him on McCree after McCree has suffered a huge drop in popularity.
Now I'm locked with the best Reinhardt skin in my opinion. Nice little cheap epic skin, but beautiful. Damage boosted.
The finest in W Mouse 1 action, bopping them around. A 24 kill streak for Reinhardt. Numlocked, you had yourself a game.
Oh, well. It's absolutely crazy, but it takes that super coordination. The walk back from spawn, even when you're getting kills onto the defense, is not that far. And it's just the angles of attack are brutal. You have to watch high grounds, you have to watch left, you have to watch right. Can I take this room? Can I take this alley? It's just all over the place. So teams that don't have that amazing coordination that these high-level teams have are going to struggle against the high-level teams that are playing defense on it. So it's just kind of how the map goes at this point.
Well, oftentimes we see a team have a full hold on point A like Creation just did. Usually the gap in skill is such to the point where it really would not be that surprising if Creation were to come out here and just capture point A outright.
Yeah.
Immediately, without any sort of fanfare or otherwise. Be like, okay, we're just gonna do it. No big deal.
Well, I mean, it is just kind of how the early rounds go, but I think it's still super important that these teams come in and play their early rounds. And yes, and right now we're doing, you know, single elimination. Other tournaments don't. Sometimes we might change it, who knows? But you don't get better at Overwatch by not playing good teams in Overwatch. So I know we've wanted a little higher turnout for our EU. I think we got 64 teams today, but
we did. We got the full 64.
Okay,
man.
but yeah, I mean,
it's one of those things where the EU teams like saying, you know, maybe we're not going to sign up. We have 23 teams, then all of a sudden, the day before, everyone realizes, oh wait, we got to sign up.
Yeah.
And I'm actually pretty happy with the turnout here. We have a lot of the top EU teams. I mean, I think we're missing Rogue and Envy, but we do have a pretty good set otherwise. And I think you double check that. Rogue might actually be in here today.
They were last time I checked. I think
they are in here today.
Yeah, I put them in my predictions, so I hope they're still in here. I wrote
so I mean, if all we're missing is Envy, and Envy technically an NA team now, I'm super happy over that.
Yeah, yeah. It is so weird that Envy is technically NA now. I mean, because it's yeah, whatever. But they're running a interesting defense. There is a Bastion on the field. Offensively, or no, they're running an offensive Bastion, I should say. Defensively, they're going to try to run that Symmetra. So if they are able to hold these first couple pushes, like you mentioned, the first push is going to be crucial. They could maybe stabilize on defense. They need a full.
They're rushing in with the Diva. This is an interesting offense to be sure. Bromas will get to the back on El Presidente, takes out Machiavelli to start out the game, and now Bastion's in a great position. Just mow down the defense here. Reaper right now trying to get in, and I'm not going to happen. And Bromas just able to feast in the corner. Nothing can really get in. Junkrat will be shooting a few bombs, but now he's under assault. Reaper going to get in his face. And as all this is happening, Creation Esports already halfway to winning this map now on this point.
Yeah, that's going to be it. A kind of cool strategy to rush the Bastion in through the left room in the corner. You give him an escort of a Diva and maybe another tank over there, and you just put him in the corner and, yeah, put Bastion in the corner, and it's really hard to deal with. And that's going to be GG. That is Creation moving on to no one's surprise, really.
Yeah, no, Creation moving on. They were definitely favored coming into this. And again, I think the bigger surprise, and it's not really that big of a surprise, but I do like to see that they're still running McCree in the lineup. Lynx are running Hanzo over Widow is interesting. I'm curious to see if that's going to stay the case for a long time, because I still think Widow is very good, despite the nerfs, just not quite as overpowering, and that could be knee-jerk, but still, for fans of Hanzo, you did get to see a little bit of Hanzo getting played.
Well, we have seen Hanzo kind of creeping in to the meta, and here and there. You know, it's not like an astounding, oh my god pick. You know what's funny about Overwatch is that even with the meta being kind of consistent, I wouldn't ever call it stale, because there's really no hero that we never see. You know, usually in games like this with such a large hero pool, I mean, we're at 21 now, you'd see a couple that you just never see. And then, so Trash Mouse will be coming out, Zapre will be on McCree, soon on the offensive Reaper. Now we might see some switch ups here, but Zebosai also rounding it out as the Lucio makes a ton of sense.
No, it does make a ton of sense, but it's interesting because a lot of times you'd see Zebo. There are points where we saw him on Widowmaker in the past. I'm not sure if he always does that, but Zapri now for Graviton Surge. That's interesting because I feel like he wasn't always on Graviton Surge. I might be just misremembering, but I think he was on some other teams like Rip Zap and otherwise, and he sort of...
That was how I remembered that team name. So.
Yeah, so Graviton actually picked him up relatively recently then. That's something that we could talk to them about. But either way, the offense is on the way here for the side Graviton Surge, and we'll see just how this first run goes as they try and crack the defense of Banff. Right now, they're not wasting a whole lot of time. They're moving in, getting a little bit early poke in, moving to the left, but we see this a lot in Hollywood where teams don't necessarily fully commit to start things out. They wait for an opportunity to move in. Because if you do fail your early attack, it really gives the defense a lot of ult charge.
Yeah, like what they're doing back here. They're actually dancing around. They're not committing to either go left or right. They don't have eyes on them as the defense, so they really don't know what angle to even defend from.
Oh, and there it is. Crew able to get first blood on the game. Takes out so bad, and here comes the tire. It's already been charged up, looking for the Reinhardt. Reinhardt going to get run right over. 2 kills now for the offense. Looking at the defense here, Mercy trying to build up that resurrection to bring up some of the fallen heroes, but might not be in time. Zapri going in, takes out Tataby. And the offense just rolling momentum-wise. Crew picking up more kills. The Mercy is down. That's going to be a very quick cap here for the side of Graviton Surge.
I mean, it's a game of millimeters. Both the Mercy ult and the Symmetra ult both came too late. They both have it now, but it's absolutely too late. First is lost, and now should probably be getting off the Symmetra anyway. There are some switches, though, as Presto does come up on Zarya. Tataby will come up on Pharah, so they are trying to transition. Crew also comes up on Pharah on the offense.
Now, Pharah is on the streets of Hollywood, very, very common. We do have the defensive Widow coming up from Sobad, but look at Crew going in, lands one mid-air rocket, looks for more. Pharah on the defense, just barely escaping with her life, or will she? Crew very close to getting another direct rocket. But the offense right now doing their job to sort of establish here on the rooftop. Crew tried to knock off the Widow, didn't quite work out, but Nevix actually will take out Widow instead. So Crew right now very content to be over the top here, applying pressure. Here comes the Deadeye from Zapri, going to get the triple kill. It was absolutely high noon here in the Wild West part of Hollywood, and Graviton Surge is going to keep moving on.
They need to take a breath. Probably, I mean, consider even giving up this point for free and just kind of regroup, because they looked very out of sorts after that first wipe. They've yet to get their footing back on defense here. Lost their tank again. There goes their sniper.
And the offense just getting everything done that they want to get done here. Zapri right now moving forward, way ahead of the payload, going to take out Tataby. Lucio might not be long for this world. He has to run for his life. And Zapri, the first time we saw him back when he was on Ripsap, he had a great McCree, and right now, still making most of them, even post-nerf, just landing left click after left click. But if you look at what happened right there, pre-patch, that right click will have killed Lucio. Post-patch, Lucio was able to get away. Yeah,
it's a good change. I mean, I don't think anyone will argue that McCree needed some work on him. Even McCree mains on Pro Team said, yeah, a little too strong right now. This Mercy's going to get wrecked.
Looking at upcoming events here, we do have a lot of ultimates right now up for the offense. Crew does have the barrage, gonna use it. Justice Reigns from directly in front, gets the double kill. Mercy now, not long for this world. Still alive for a little bit, but will get punched out. Crew completing the triple kill. This is looking pretty darn good here for the offense. Crew actually piling on, making it a quad. And Graviton Surge is gonna be saying a very quick time here in Hollywood.
Well, I mean, marks for courage, I suppose, for Banff, as, you know, some of their plays were just very aggressive right in their face. I go back to the point where Sobad jumped up to the roof to try to get those snipes, got taken out by the Mercy, but there was a point, I think, at second that I would have just given it up and said, let's just take a second, let's go to last. We're bleeding right now. We're not playing smart. We're not taking good engagements, and if we want to have any chance, we need to just take a second, coordinate our team. Yeah, that's just an absolute cleanup. It just looked like they never got their feet under them, nor did they ever try to, really. Yeah, the second engagement, they lost their tank early. At that point, then everyone's got to leave, but then they lost their sniper, they lost their Mercy after that. Just, they never found a way to put a tourniquet on it.
Hi, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And also check out abigbluemarble.com, sign the world's guest book. And as always, guys, I will see you next time.